Greetings everyone, welcome again to another episode with Uncut and Real with Miss Leslie, where I speak about the things that people would like to say but is afraid to say. Let's go. My topic today is the wrongful arrest of a few of our 12-year-old kids, 4 of our 12-year-old kids in our community, where the 71st Precinct came to arrest them. All right, this is a hard topic to talk about, but I have to do it because somebody has to do it. And then sometimes there are people in the community who don't really know what really went on, and they say a lot of bad things about the kids in our community. But I want you all to know the Jews don't ever go against the people, and I will never go against my people. Okay? On April 1st, 2025, around 4 p.m., I got a call. I was upstairs, and normally anything in the community happened, people always give me a text or call. So I just put on my clothes quickly and I ran downstairs. And then when I ran downstairs, I see some Jewish men, about 4 of them, coming up from upstairs in my building. And then right after them, the police ran in. So I was like, what's going on? So when I asked what's going on, one of the kids told me exactly what happened. One of the kids said, Miss Leslie, they ran behind us to beat us up because blah, 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 blah. People remember where we live is private housing. We are private, we are co-op, and it's privately owned. You have to have a key fob or somebody have to invite their guests in. These Jewish people run in our building, regardless of what took place with the kids and them outside. This is trespassing. We cannot trespass in no Jewish community. Most of you all know as a black person, you cannot trespass in any Jewish home or the building. So what make them think they have the right to run in our building, to run to beat up our kids? So right after, the precinct the police is the Jews' godfather, so to speak. So they ran in the building and they called the cops to come to back them, but they know they're doing wrong. Apparently, what actually happened, a few of the kids in the community went to the deli on East New York. And on their way back, they saw 2 Jewish people, 2 Jewish ladies actually, and I think they were actually learning about the Holocaust in their school. So children are curious, how children speak, they're always curious. Children ask the weirdest question, but I always teach the kids in my community, no question is weird. Ask anyone, no question is stupid. And I teach my biological kids also, ask anything you want. These kids are 12 and they are 13, some of them just even turned 12. So they met these people, these 2 Jewish ladies on Schenectady Avenue. So one of the kids asked the Jewish lady, she said, who is Hitler? People is a question. Who is Hitler? So the Jewish lady began explaining who Hitler was. Obviously, and they didn't threaten her, just that them were just standing there, and children ask questions, and questions are there to be answered. Even though it's weird, it's stupid, questions are there to be answered. Not everything is anti-Semitic. So the kids ask a question. The kids ask, who is Hitler? People keep in mind, they actually learning about the Holocaust in school, but they didn't actually reach to the part of the Hitler. So out of curiosity, they decided to ask the Jewish lady, who is Hitler? She kindly explained to them who Hitler was. She said Hitler killed black people, Hitler killed Spanish people, and he's a bad guy. The kids say, oh, and they continue walking. But next to her, there was a next Jewish lady standing up there with a beige short skirt, and she had a head tie in a beige and black head tie. We call it tie head or head tie. You all know the Caribbean. Then we call it head tie or tie head. And she overheard the conversation while these kids walked off, and she got on her phone. She got on her phone, and I call them her goons. Yeah, I call them her goons. Those are the ones who think they're police officers and they're not police officers, and they drive the police vehicle and they have their own vehicle called Crown Heights Union. You know what they do. They drive whatever they call Crown Heights, whatever. So that's the Jewish people who act like police, but they have vehicles. So as the kids are walking from Schenectady and started to walk down Midwood Street coming to the building, they notice people with Jewish men with scooter running behind them. So the kids, black kids, they know something ain't right. When other people running behind, they will observe. So they began running. So they ran to the security booth, they ran the pass, but they didn't have the basement key, and they came to the front of the building. And I think actually buzz might want to actually buzz them in, because as long as they don't have the keys to the building and I know who it is, we'll be like, oh, those are Miss Leslie's, Jules, it's Nanaya, and I'll buzz the kids in because I don't want my kids and them outside. And I call them my kids because I'm a community mother. All black kids is my kids. I don't care who want to say they're rude or whatever. They are my kids and they are my people. Everybody else look out for their people. So I look out for my people. So you're not going to come to my community and do any one of my black children anything with my young black men. Because you will hear me come out. I don't care who say I loud and I like to meddle. I don't care shit. Those are my people. Everybody care about their people. Somebody got to care for their people. Anyway, moving forward. So I buzz the kids in. And right after the kids run in, remember we have a security booth. So if you run down some kids, you will go to the security booth. The Jewish guys, but 4 of them ran into the building. One of the young men was coming out of the building and he said something is not right. When the kids ran in, he said it was okay, probably the kids are running and playing. No kids play. But when the Jewish guy running behind him, he wasn't even thinking. And he was like, he was like, oh, where you all going, They have to go in, what the lie them say? They go into a gas leak. And when you hear gas leak people, you be like, okay, then let me let them in. Jewish people, I'm a car, maybe they come to really fix the gas leak. So he let them in. And knowing they were actually going to his house to hurt his sister and her friends. And right after they run in the building, and I'm coming on the step, I see them coming down, blah, 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 blah. And the godfather, the 71st Precinct, came right after them to come to protect them. Because they know they're doing wrong. They ran into our building and they knew it could go left. As I told the 71st Precinct, I told the sergeant, Gladu, or whatever his name, I took his ID. I was like, officer, this guy have gone left. I said, well, here it is, the trespass in our building, which is private property, something that we cannot do in a Jewish home, building, or a private house. So when I was downstairs there, they stood up, listened to what the police have to say. I was like, officer, what's going on? They said, we need to speak to the sergeant. So the 4 officers who came before, I said, okay, let's wait for sergeant. Sergeant finally came. And my sergeant came, the 4 Jewish men was in our building, in our lobby. Why is the police talking to the kids? And I said, officer, they're trespassing. They have no right to run in our building to beat up our kids. They need to leave now. I said, I don't care what you say. You're doing an investigation now. You don't know what happened. The kids will explain me, but I do not want these Jewish guys who just ran in our building to beat up our kids to stay in my building to hear about this investigation. I said, if you have to question the kids, I need them to leave my building ASAP. Police watch me with a Jews. I said, no. You don't want to tell them to leave? I said, all of you all here, you leave my building now. No. I said, if the police want to talk to you guys, they will meet you guys on the sidewalk. All right? So they finally left the building. And then the police asked the children certain questions, whatever and stuff. Our children told the police exactly what happened, exactly what they told me. All of them stick with the same truth. And they tell the police exactly what took place. So all of these people who talking outside don't know what's going on. The kids are rude. All have to stop putting all them out on their damn own black kids. Everybody takes up for their own. Only we don't. They mightn't be all the time correct. They mightn't be all the time saying the right thing. It's still our kids. And it's time we stand for our own. Everybody else stand up for their own. We're the only people that don't. A Jewish child can be wrong or right. They will never see them pushing them under the bus like we do. So those of you all don't know exactly what took place, stop spreading rumors and shut all your mouth up. Okay, I'm here to talk the truth. All right, moving forward. So after I told them to leave, I said, no, you got to leave our building now. So I made the 4 Jewish men. I said, leave now. So officer, I don't care what you said, I have to leave. If you want to talk to them after, you speak to them on the road or the sidewalk. That's public property. So they left. So the police continue asking the kids their name, blah, 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 blah. The children tell them exactly. The 4 kids tell them exactly what has happened. I stood there. I said, officer, these kids will have no lawyers, so you can ask them certain questions. The parents are not here, and only the person that is here. So I asked the officer, I said, put all the badge. I said, put all the camera on. I said, you all have probable cause for the arrest? Why you all are here? Whatever and stuff. So then they said, okay, then we are leaving. Because the kids are good. You don't have no probable cause, right? They said, no. All 4 of the police officers, but 5 of them walked out. I opened the door for them. I walked them out to the sidewalk close to the guard booth. That's on Midwood Street. So when I walked them out there, I said, asked each of them as we walking out on our courtyard, I said, I would like to have one of your card. About 4 of them give me the card, and the next one didn't have the card. Because I go to all the community meetings in the community, so anything happen, you'll hear my mouth in the meeting. Excuse me, either good or bad. So I said, officer, give me a card. They gave it to me, and we walked out. I walked them out, and they went into the police vehicle. They proceeded to go in the vehicle, which I actually stood on the sidewalk and watching them go in the vehicle. The sergeant now, after he proceeded to go in his vehicle, I noticed that he watched his phone, but I'm not thinking anything. I'm speaking to my other neighbors on the block. And they asked him what this really happened, whatever. Guess in mind, that was like after 5. The kids have school the next day, they have to go eat, they have to go and do their homework. So the kids went to do whatever they do, what they was supposed to do. So I noticed the officer, the sergeant, went down towards close to the Utica. And when he went down, one of the community member neighbor alerted me and said, Leslie, there's a van down there. There's a van that he went down there, a vehicle that he went down to. But me ain't thinking nothing. So I went to look at the vehicle and I took a video of the vehicle. So when I took the video of the vehicle now, I noticed the police officer. While I'm walking towards the vehicle to get a video, I noticed the police officer is walking the sergeant, who I walked on. I was going to the vehicle. They were going to leave to go to the precinct because they didn't have probable cause to arrest the kids. Kids, it's certain things, people, it don't mean arrest. But this is what they do to our black kids, because they get away with it all the time. This is what they do to our black kids, but they get away with it all the time. As I told the Jewish guy, I said it was a Jewish kid. You would have never put a handcuff on a 12-year-old Jewish kid. Why do that to our black kids all the time? These are babies. If they do something wrong, they say something wrong. What is the days when the community affairs will sit and talk to these kids if they do something wrong, correct them? No. You think it's okay to put a handcuff on these kids? No. Anyway, so he came back and he passed me by the security booth on Midwood Street. And he going back in our building. So I said, Sergeant, is everything okay? He lied. Because he knew if I said no, I would not make them go back and arrest these kids. I would have made these kids go to the apartment or into my apartment. We'd have to get a warrant by law to get to come in here. And no judge can give them a warrant to come for these kids for just saying some things. That's wasting the police time. Anyway, moving forward. So I noticed he's going back, but I'm not thinking that now because you're talking to my 2 neighbors on Midwood Street. And when I heard people bawling, they're like, oh my God, do arrest our babies. Leslie. So I going back running. All right, I ran back running knowing they'd already started to put the handcuff on these kids' hands. So when I went back to the building, they leave, and I'll show you. You all see the video. So I was like, oh my God, the police actually lied to me and told me he's going back in the building. He forgot something. People, if I knew they were going back to arrest these kids, I wouldn't have even made them go into my building. I wouldn't even make them go into my building because I know these kids didn't do nothing wrong. They're not criminal. So why every time the Jews don't like things, they would hear something like they're quick to say anti-Semitic. People cannot speak now. Everything is anti-Semitic. We go through more abuse, 400 years of slavery. They call us niggas all the time. We call the police all the time. When they call us niggas, I told the police officer, I said everything what they call anti-Semitic. I said the children was asking a question, even though they asked who Hitler was. What's the big deal about it? That you have to reach and put a handcuff on our babies' hands. You traumatize them for life. You traumatize them for life. These are 12-year-old kids. 2 of the kids just in a month, I think a week before, Dianaya just turned 12 years. And you all did this to our kids? Anyway, moving forward, they screamed out, I said, officer, you all bound to arrest them. Remember the time I ran back in the apartment, they already had them in handcuffs. If in the video you will see I'm walking over them and I say, officer, do you all really have to put a handcuff on your hand? Can you all just at least take the handcuff on and let it walk out? They're not going to run away, whatever. They even arrest one of the young kids' father because the kid, when children see police and handcuffed, that is why our black kids will respect the police and they're scared of them because they will already treat them. So many times the kids, remember the police just left talking to the kids nicely. So when you come to arrest them now, they're like confused. How can we trust you all? You lied and tell me you're going back to the building because you forgot something. You didn't even tell me you're going to arrest. You could have come and say, Miss Leslie, I'm very involved in the community. I know we just left. And but there's probable cause for the arrest now. I would have walked you back. Probably call a lawyer. I'm sorry, guys. motivation sign, and what he did was wrong. So anyway, they even arrest one of the kids and their father who was actually defending. Just imagine your daughter bawling, "Daddy, oh my God," and you see your little teenage daughter screaming. As father, you'll try to defend that. He didn't hit them, he didn't do them anything. He just tried to raise his daughter. They threw him on the ground, tried to arrest him. They grabbed him from the building, take him out, grab him outside bare feet, cuff up the grandmother. She said, "That's my granddaughter. I need to know what's going on. She's a minor." They had no respect for us people. And if it was the Jewish people in the Jewish community, they will not have done that. They will not have done that. They only do that to us. They only do that to us. But they have no respect for us. And they consider us a criminal from the time we're 10 years old or 6 or 7 years old. Because that police officer who actually did the arrest, he was in charge of youth and development in the 72nd Precinct. And they moved him to the 71st Precinct. Now I read up his history, people, yes. So he knew what blue development is. He was supposed to have a little talk with these kids, and have a little community meeting where we could discuss that, don't say that, don't do that. But to put a hand on the hand and arrest them people, well, I went bizarre. I called News 12. News 12 came to the precinct. There was a whole lot of people. You will see for the video for yourself. When we went to the precinct now, they decided to release them wrong. And remember the kids didn't eat nothing, all the people, these people, children, give them a school, they're hungry, they didn't get to do their homework. The police didn't even consider that. In the video, you'll see one of the police officers walking out with the children's school bag, and I'm actually begging him. I'm actually asking him, "Officer, do you really want to put a handcuff on your hand? Can you at least just walk them out?" "No, ma'am." You will see the video, people. And I want you all to share this. I want to go viral because I'm intended to help the parents do a lawsuit. I already reported to the IAB and I reported to the Civilian Complaint Unit. Civilian Complaints Board. Alright, these kids went to the hospital. The handcuff had his shoe and hand marked up, squeezed. And do you know, they had these kids sitting in the precinct with this handcuff on their hand all night before they get released around after 10. Yeah. We bought food for them, we take the food inside for them and pizza. The children was hungry because remember they came from school. They didn't get to do the homework, they didn't really get to eat dinner or anything. So they arrested them and they released them around 10 something. We keep asking them, why did you arrest them? They can't even tell us why they arrested them. They had no reason. So that is what called a wrongful arrest. So I'm looking for a good civil attorney to help us fight this lawsuit because it's time this precinct, especially in Crown Heights, it's time this 71st Precinct and most of the precinct in New York is very biased against the black people in our black population towards the Jews. For instance, we'll call the precinct, the police in the 71st Precinct, they will take about 6-7 hours to come. If the Jews call them, they will come within a minute. Did you see? The guys were wrong trying to run the building to hurt the kids. But did you see how fast the police come right after them? They were running the building because they thought we were the wrong one. And that's why I told the police they got to leave. If you want them to talk to them, you speak to them when you get outside, and they got to go right now. And I said, you don't want them to go. I actually opened my eyes and said, oh, they got to leave my building now. All right, and they left. I said, officer, you could talk to them on the sidewalk when you went. So they went to the precinct people and they released them from the precinct. Okay, and that was so sad. And I told each of the parents to make sure they call the IAB and make a complaint. Some of them, most of the parents went to the hospital, trying to get the doctor's report. Some of them actually getting therapy. I told the parents to take them to therapy. These kids are so traumatized. And you have to take them to therapy. Okay? I spoke to a few civil attorneys. I'm trying to find, I would like to have like a black good civil attorney. I'm not just a black good civil attorney. Do you understand our struggle? So anybody you know of a good black civil attorney, please send me, you can respond to my channel under comments. And make sure you all share this, let it go viral. It's time these Jewish people stop. And as I make a report to the IAB, I said I'm fed up of the curry favor, so to speak, and the biasness of the 71st Precinct towards our community and the Jewish people. All right? So just recently, last week, one of the Jewish neighbors came over to me. She said, Leslie, I heard what happened. I wasn't there when my husband told. She said, but you know the kids didn't say that. It's not true. I said, what do you know? You weren't there. They tell you their side of the story, and my kids tell me my side of their side of the story, and I believe them. Just as much as you believe the Jewish people on the text that lied until the kids say the opposite, I am not going to go against my little black kids who speak the truth and tell the police the truth on camera. For you to come and change up the words and say this, oh no, my Jewish neighbor said, they wish Hitler could kill everybody. I said, that's a lie from the pit of hell. Even though I don't believe in hell. I said, that's a lie. So don't try to see the I said, you cannot brainwash me. You believe you are Jewish people? I believe my kids. I was there, and each of them tell the police the same thing what happened. They didn't mix up the story. They didn't stumble. They told the police exactly what happened. And as the one person said, the second child said, the third child, the fourth child said, in my presence, in the camera of the police. So don't come and tell me this Jewish woman say, the children say, wish Hitler could kill them. No. Because a Jewish lady actually answered them and explained to them who Hitler was. So you don't want to come and confuse me to all your life, me to believe you all. No. No. I know my history. I know my history very well. And I know what all I did to us, and I would like to lie. But you aren't going to put your lie to me and make me believe it. No. You take up for your people, I'm taking up for my people because I know it's the truth. You won there. You want to get you a text. I call Senator Mary's office. I call the IAB, make a report. I call Senator Mary's office. I call Cunningham office, and I made a report. I called Community Board 9. Community Board 9, I told him I would like to speak in Committee Board 9. I got to speak in Committee Board, but I couldn't have gone because my daughter had an emergency in her school. So I sent somebody to represent me. And told them what has happened, and they told the person they would like to have to sit down with us to make peace. I don't want to sit down with them because number one, the police wasn't supposed to arrest these kids. And as a Jewish lady told me across the street, she came to Leslie. You know what she told me? People, do you know what she told me? It wasn't supposed to happen like that. Because remember they have the chat and I make complaints all over. So the whole community, Mary's office, Senator Mary's office, Assemblyman Cunningham, I call Committee Board 9, speak to the manager. I call everybody possible to let it put a light to this. It's wrong and it has to stop. Our kids are not less than a Jewish kid. Nobody's better than nobody. We are the original man and woman in this world. Black people are the original man and woman in this world. Everybody has come from us. Nobody is less than anybody. And if we as a people side together and snap together, these things won't happen. Something like that happened in our community. Everybody's supposed to come outside and see what's happening. It's wrong. These kids have no right to be put in place in handcuffs. It's a wrongful arrest. Up to this day, the police cannot tell us why they arrest them. But let me tell you all why they arrest them. I have the video of the Jewish vehicle car. After the police proceeded, as I told you guys, step back a little bit. The police proceeded to go to the vehicle after I walked them out. I noticed he went, probably look at his phone, and probably one of the Jewish guy probably called him or text him. That's those that think they're police, but they're not. So they drive the police vehicle and whatever and say Crown Heights, whatever, Jewish, whatever. I can't remember the name of it. After he walked to that Jewish guy, the Jewish guy told him when they were leaving and they didn't have probable cause of the arrest. The Jewish guy told him go back inside and arrest these kids. And this is how the Sergeant Villatu went, Galantu, I'll show you the card. He went back to he'll pass me on the sidewalk. And when I think he was going to his police vehicle down on the side close to the Utica, no. The Jewish guy apparently texted him or called him and he went to him. And he tell him to go back and arrest these kids. And that's how he came when they were proceeding to leave and went back and arrest these kids. People always see the biasness. You see the biasness of the police with the Jews and our black people. And then people say, oh, it's not about race, it's about race. Because I'm telling you, this was a Jewish little boy or girl, 12 years old. Some the first priest would have never, ever placed a handcuff on their hand. Why do we tell our little kids? Why traumatize our little 12 and 13-year-old kids? Why traumatize them? And these little bitches around the community who don't know anything, blaming the kids and them. No. What are you blaming them for? What do you know what happened? No child is perfect. And even though they did wrong, whatever, this is our babies. This is our black kids. We have to take it for them and fight for them. And believe them. They're supposed to be able to trust us. We're supposed to be the community moms. But I listen to what other people say, the kids do this and the Jewish lady come and tell me this shit. Oh, you know these kids. She come tell me the same shit. She could brainwash me. No, ma'am, I know my history. And I'm pro-black. She come tell me the same shit. She said, Leslie, you know how these kids are. I said, how they are? I said, how they are? Don't come and put me all the kids onto me. No, you're telling the wrong person. You will tell a token. No, you can't tell me. You'll tell one of our black tokens, not me. I know my history, and I know what you all are capable of. So don't come up here, come and tell me into the group chat, say, and the kids say this and the kids say that. No, the kids didn't say that. That's what your people say the kids say, to justify why the police should have arrested them. It was a wrongful arrest. And then you tell me you want to have a peace meeting. No, I don't want to have a peace meeting, because I will do it again. All I will do it again. And then you had the heart to tell me, well, Leslie, you know, when I tell the precinct are biased towards our black people and the Jewish committee, but Leslie, you know, and then now my Jewish neighbor saying, you know, we are scared. I said, what you all are scared of? You know, we are scared to the people who was against us. Listen to me. The whole precinct in New York protect you guys. They don't protect us. What you scared about? I said, what you scared about? I said, within a second, the Jewish men who ran the building knew it was wrong. I said, you know what they do? They call the precinct. And within 2 minutes, right after, there was rider running behind them. And they know they were wrong. They know they're trespassing somebody's building. And they know they're running out to beat up minors. And they know anything that happened. Anything that happened in the building. As I told you in the first precinct, the sergeant who came, get to you or get to you, whatever is his name in. I was like, this could have gone left. I said, what about these Jewish men that run in there and all these young boys in the building come and see them run to beat up these other kids and they beat them up? I said, what all of that say? All of that show them? I said, what all of that say? I said, they trespass. We even asked for a report, a trespassing report, and the police refused to take the trespassing report. And all these black police officers, they're very scared of the Jews. Yep. So they know, as I always tell the police are gang members, all of them together, they are gang members. Do you know where the police service was derived from? Slave catchers back in slavery. When our ancestors had chains on their neck and they walked to run away, the chain will make a noise. That's where Jingle Bell came from, yeah. It used to make a noise on the neck, the chain, and the slave catchers will run behind them and catch them and bring them back to master. Yep. So I'm telling you people, this is what actually happened on that day. On April 1st, 2025. Stop believing what you say, neighbors, and I'm saying. What you believe in what your neighbors and I'm saying? Listen to the truth. Stop putting on our own black kids. If you look at all over America, how much black children are being brutalized by police brutality. Some of them being, our black men, our young men, black men are being shot. You don't see no Jewish children being shot down when the young men being shot on the street. You ever hear a Jewish child get shot on the street by police? You ever hear a little Jewish child, 12 years, get arrested by police with a handcuff on their hand? They call us nigger all the time. As I told you in the first precinct, I said, do we call you guys? No. We don't call you guys. And even though we call you guys, we don't call us nigger. You told 6 and 5 hours to come. You want to know how you all come quickly? As if they say probably Jews call and say there's a gun. And this is sad. This is discrimination. And this is discrimination. As I told you, IB, this is discrimination, biasness by the 71st Precinct and our black community. And a lot of people know I'm talking the truth. Everything the Jews call anti-Semitic. You can't talk at all. Anti-Semitic. Do you know how much thing we go through, people? We go through 400 years of slavery, as I told her. And we are still strong. We are still strong. You know, my son went to the playground and Wingate playground. Do you know what that Jewish little boy tell him? My Hashem is better than your Hashem. So my son just smiled. These Jewish children always play with us. I have a basketball hoop in the community. I don't discriminate against kids. Kids are kids. They could play. You think I run and say, oh, get over our hoop. You're a Jew? No, we don't do that. We respect you, respect us. We live in a community. We don't bother you all. Do not bother us. Do not run in my building and try to hit my kids and them. Do not run in my building and try to fight nobody in our building because you all do not live here. We cannot run into all your property. Because all you have to do is make one phone call and the police come out. And if something happened to one Jew, you see a million of them come out together to support each other. We don't do that. When them police want to arrest these kids, each parent in our community was to come out. Instead of all staying all in them apartment gossiping. Oh, the kids just be cursing, you know. So what if they curse? Does that give the right for the police to arrest them, for them to brutalize them and drag them to a police vehicle where all these criminals and bad energies being? You put these babies in this police vehicle. Do you know how much people get arrested and put in this vehicle and lose their life within this police vehicle? None of these little kids supposed to be in no police vehicle. You could have put them in a little van or a bus or something. You put them in the same vehicle where the criminals are placed when you only arrest them. That's the energy for life. And then you know what you all give them? When you arrest them there, like a juvenile something. And it follows them through life on the record. And then when it happens to arrest them when they get a little older for something, oh, she got arrested at 12 because she was a juvenile. That's what they do to us, people. And it's time it stop. It's time it stop. It's time it stop. Hold on 1 second. Zip! Yeah. All right, it's time it stop. So those of you all who don't really know what took place, stop saying the wrong thing. These kids was wrongfully arrested. And as I told you all, I'm looking for a good civil attorney. I did it. I looked for them already, and I want a good one. I want a black one. They know our struggles. So if you all know of any good civil attorney, please send an inbox to me or put it on the on my comments. Okay? Again, share this video. I want to go viral. And everybody in our community don't really know what happened again. Please stop saying the lies about you know how these kids are. No, these are our kids. These are our babies. If you don't have no kid, don't comment at all. If you have no children, don't even say anything. Okay, I'll try. All right? So thank you again. Okay? Please like, subscribe, and comment, and please share. I'm waiting to hear from you guys. Okay? Peace. Ashe. You arrest these kids? You want to listen to that guy say no? Shaman, I want to call News 12. I want to call News 12. This is bull crap. You want to just listen to what one person says of a son arrest them? I'm going to know. This is bull crap. Well, I want to stop this shit, man. You're arresting a tit in here because why? He didn't want to listen to them. That's bull crap shit. All I arrest some children for the Jewish guys say some shit? I'm going to call News 12. This is bull crap. These are babies. Are they going to arrest these babies? Because this Jewish guy tell all this shit? No. This is crazy. This is real crazy, man. You all went back and listen to this Jewish guy. Just arrest these kids. The children actually tell you what's going on. These are babies, 13 and 10 years old. Obviously, you can make them walk through. You have to put a handcuff on their hands. You have to. No, you don't have to. You can take them. They're kids. They are kids. You want to put a handcuff on their hands? They are kids. No, you see, that's all the thing in our black community. No. Why you put a handcuff on the Jewish guy and come and hit my son? Eh? Why you all didn't do that? You know? Why you all do that? Here's the cameras on. Tape that coming out there from me, please. Guys, don't worry. I'm coming in the precinct with you guys. I want to call the commanding officer. Just only put handcuff on this baby's hand. When the Jewish flicking man hit my son and all they do shit to him? Are you crazy or what? That's what they come to in our community or we'll never get peace. There's our flicking babies, so put handcuff on their hands. Because this is the flicking guy says shit. That's crazy, man. That's really crazy. All they arresting these flicking people because this guy says shit. This is all I want to do. I put handcuff on these kids and man. I'm going to make a freaking stink out of this. I'm going to call News 12.
Let's do that. Yo, get us this nigga.
All the putting kids on the jaw. This is crazy. This is crazy. All I want to hit up these kids and you are arresting these kids. And you, officer, I'm very disappointed with you. You know why? Because you call the kids and them back and you hear the story. And you want to go to this school and come and hear the story. This is crazy. So let's stop that shit. When the Jewish guy used up my kid, all them do shit. It's what I do for our community now. Well, you're arresting some 13-year-old kids? If some Jewish child will never do this fucking shit. Hey. Listen. You don't put your hands on her.
Because you keep coming there.
Don't put your hands on her. Don't put your hands on her. Don't put your hands on her.
Daddy, but you can't come so long. Stop.
Calm down.
What am I doing talking to my granddaughter? Tell her don't put her hands on me.
Officer Duran, this is not right. Officer Duran, this is not right.
She's a cop. She thinks she's gonna beat me.
This is not right. This is kids.
I want to know what you are going on with my granddaughter.
This is not right. Officer, don't push my hand. This is not right. Officer Duran, this is not right. This is not right.
I ask you, why are they doing this?
This is not right.
We have the right to find out. She's a 12-year-old child. You can't tell me why they taking my granddaughter.
Yeah, or let's say, you know what? This Jewish guy make her set alive.
Why?
Yes.